to the action and Tadi.
Get ready for our fourth fight of the night and another Saudi fighter in action. Probably the best there is today in the pro ranks. Muhammad Al-Akil, undefeated, only 21 years old, taking on China's Jiaming Li, who's 7-5 with 4 knockouts, 6 rounds, super featherweight division.
Let's first welcome to the ring from China, Jiaming Li.
From Zhuhai, China, the tough veteran who likes forward pressure, Jiaming Li. Some other famous Chinese professional fighters you may have heard of, Zhu Shiming, the Olympic champion, and of course the Big Bang, Zhang Li, who's fought here in Riyadh several times.
Yeah, Zhang Li, last time he was here in Riyadh, knocked out by Guy Caballel, some big body shots. Caballel back, trying to reopen that Germany market next month on the zone.
What have you heard about the Big Bang? We saw him do so well against Deontay Wilder. Where does he go now from here after losing to Caballel?
Sorry, I meant to say January on the zone for Caballel. But for Zhang, look, I think he's still in the mix for some big fights. Yes, he's in his 40s now, but he's a big name, and I'm still waiting to see a fight in China. Yeah,
he said he wanted Anthony Joshua in China one day. Doubtful that happens now, but you never know.
And now let's welcome to the ring from Saudi Arabia, mighty Muhammad Al-Akil.
Muhammad Al-Akil, the Riyadh-born prospect training in Big Bear. He's tall and technical, coming off a 10-round decision win over Travis Crawford on the Crawford-Canelo card in Las Vegas. And 83% of you on our DAZN fan zone believe he'll get the job done. Sergio, what do you like about it?
Well, I like the fact that in his 6th fight, he was able to beat Travis Crawford in a 10-round fight. So I like the fact that they have confidence for such a young fighter, already going 10 rounds, but he's learning fast. He fights behind a long jab, good in and out footwork, and he follows instructions. That's the main thing I like about Al-Akil. He listens, he learns, and he's evolving nicely.
Abel Sanchez, his trainer, his 2nd fight of the night. And on the right of the screen, Rick Reno, the CEO of Rick Magazine, dressed to impress as always. Mike, why doesn't he loan you some of that Versace stuff?
I don't think I can pull it off, Todd.
Pull it off of him or just wear it?
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the super featherweight division. Brought to you by Riyadh Season, Sella, Ring Magazine, Frank Warren for Queensberry, and Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing. Along with their premium partners, Saudi Tourism Authority, STC, Saudi National Bank, Dr. Suleiman El Habib Medical Group, and Saudia. Their strategic partners, IR United, Arroyo Cruises, Sadia, Lucid Motors, SHG, and Azure. Their main partners, Pepsi and Arena Fitness Innovation, and their commercial partner, Prime. The 3 judges assigned will be Nawaf Al-Mohammed of Saudi Arabia, Mike Fitzgerald of the United States, and Leszek Jankowiak of Poland. Our referee in charge will be Pavel Henek of Czech Republic. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing black with gold and weighed in officially at 132.3 pounds. Coming to us from Zhuhai, China, he brings a professional record of 7 wins, 5 defeats, with 4 of his 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jiaming Li. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the red corner. He comes to the ring wearing white with green and weighed in officially at 131.6 pounds. Undefeated, he has 6 wins. 1 win comes by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, from right here, Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, here is mighty Mohammed Al-Akil.
Gentlemen, you received your instruction in the dressing room. Please follow the rules. Here and here is a low blow line. Do not punch below. Always protect yourself. Good luck. Touch gloves.
Mohammed Al-Akil, 1 knockout in his 6 wins. He'd love to get this crowd buzzing if he can stop Jiaming Lee, a veteran of 12 professional bouts.
And half of those bouts against undefeated opponents. He's beaten 3 of those undefeated opponents. Another one is in front of him tonight.
Look how quick he went on the front foot, taking no time to put the pressure on Lee.
And this is what I like about Al-Akil. Look at the foundations are good. The foundation's good. The footwork, the hands are up, elbows are in, responsible jab. Look at that feint right there. I love seeing that from young fighters, that power of the feint, to let your opponent, not knowing the power and the punch when the speed's gonna come.
Mike, when you're looking at a prospect to see if maybe he can develop to be something special, what are some of the things you like to look for that can, be a precursor?
For me, it's usually the fundamentals, right? Do they bring their hands back after they throw a punch? Do they have their head off the center line? How's the footwork? So Al-Akil is going to have a great shot with a well-schooled teacher in his corner.
I agree, and for me, you didn't ask me, Todd, but for me, it's a technique and the footwork. I agree with Mike. Footwork is key, man, and everything's based off the foundation of a fighter. How quick they are to react with their feet is how they're going to react.
Right on the temple, and that buckled Lee.
And this is what I see with Al-Akil, just how fast they're grooming him to be something great. He's learning really fast and really responsible. The hand speed is there, and you can see the pop behind that punch it's getting better because he's doing it behind technique.
Training out of Big Bear, California. And it's no joke, Sergio. You've trained there before, have you not?
I have. Some of my biggest fights, training on 10,000 feet altitude. Oscar De La Hoya used to train there. Terry Norris used to train there. That's the first time I met Abel Sanchez in the Summit Gym.
Sugar Shane Mosley, of course.
Yeah, he had his own gym there. Oscar De La Hoya, Fernando Vargas. I sparred them all up in Big Bear.
Lee having a hard time trying to close the distance.
Ooh, see that? Look at that feint right there. I said the power of the feint, right, guys? Look at how Lee reacted to that. He acted like he got punched, but nothing touched them. But that's the power of that foot feint, of the body feint. And now you can mix it up with jab and lead right hands. That's how you trap your opponent.
Jab is really working for Al-Akil. He's having a really sharp round 1. It's the best he's looked.
This is I was about to say that. This is the best he's looked, absolutely.
He looks like he knows the level. He knows he's a level above this guy and is fighting light.
And not only that, but he's doing it against a fighter who's accustomed to fighting undefeated opponents and beating some of them as well. So Lee, it's not like Lee's, an opponent with a bad losing record. He's beating undefeated fighters, and now Al-Akil is doing really well against him.
The crowd really appreciating what they're witnessing.
Very, very good. The only thing I want to see now is I want to see the right hand a little bit more here, okay? Even if it's just one shot, it's okay. The next one is here, and then right back up the middle, bounce it off his chest, okay? Very, very good work. Jab, double jab sometimes. Spit. Huh? Right below you. Double jab it sometimes. Okay? Yeah.
Sharp boxing by Mighty Mo right there. Look, slight foot feint, step back, lead right hand. That just looks like a fighter that landed a right hand, but look at that little slight feint, slight step back, came back right on the tip of the chin. That's fluidity, that's timing, and of course that's something they work out over and over in the gym and execute it perfectly.
And Sergio, you heard Abel Sanchez in the corner there asking for more of those right hands and for a double jab.
Let's see what kind of closer he is, Sergio. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Lee looks like he's ready to go.
Well, he is coming off a knockout loss, so I would go for it if I was Alakel as well. You know, remind him of that knockout, remind him of that loss. And if he gets, he's going to be with the right hand.
Jab is on point for Alakel, who is tall and technical. And Lee just can't seem to find anything to work offensively.
And that's what I wanted to see from Alakel, the hooks now, because we know that he was a good straight shooter, you know, jabs and right hands. Now he's becoming more of a combination puncher. Start throwing the left hook behind that long two, and then maybe open up that right uppercut.
For Alakel, it surely is a dizzying crash course into boxing, right? You're 21 years old, you're leaving your country, going halfway around the world.